In this video, I'm going to be showing the Gearbox in Roblox Islands and just say everything about it along with what it will probably do later. So first, what is the Gearbox? The Gearbox is a new item that was just added in the factory update 2 days ago, and you can get it by going over to the anvil, and if you scroll down, then there's the Gearbox right here. Now, if you want to get the Gearbox, you'll need 10 copper rods, 50 steel bolts, and 25 steel plates. So I made a video on how to auto-farm steel. You can get up to 1,000,000 steel a day. It's very overpowered. That video will be linked in the description, and I also made a video on how to farm copper, and that will be linked in the description too. But it's best to drop the ingots straight into the press instead of hooking up the press to your farm, because it's best just to have the ingots by themselves, because this isn't confirmed or anything, but I'm predicting that next update will probably have new tools, will definitely have new things that you have to use copper and steel ingots for. Currently, Gearbox is worth 15 million, yesterday it was only 5 million, I don't know why, but yesterday the few sellers were selling it for kinda cheap, and the buyers were wanting to buy it for cheap, but now sellers are trying to sell it from about 10 to 50 million, and buyers are trying to buy it from about 5 to 25 million. So the most common price for this is about 15 million, so that's why that's the value now. So now, what does the Gearbox do? Currently, it doesn't do anything. So if I click with it, it does nothing. If I drop it, it does nothing. No matter what happens, it does nothing. But if I take out an avocado and I do this, then I can eat it, but then it still does nothing. But now, for the most interesting part of the video, what will the Gearbox do in the future? So, they're probably going to make this do something in the next update, because as you guys know, this factory update was 1 out of 2, so that means next update will be 2 out of 2, and I looked it up, and on Wikipedia, a Gearbox is basically just something that transfers energy from a motor to gears. So basically, if I word that so that it's very, very easy to understand, it makes the thing go fast. So it's probably next update going to be able to be attached to the drill or something else and make it go faster. That's just my best guess. You'll probably be able to attach it to maybe the steel mill, the presses, maybe some other things, and it will just make it go faster, because according to the definition of it, that's just what it will do. But right now, the only thing you can do with the Gearbox is sell it to the mechanic guy. So if you go over here, then it will glitch the portal, because the portal is literally broken, and then it will keep teleporting you back to here because it's also glitched there, and then the mechanic guy wants to buy it for 30,000 coins. I said this last video, do not sell it to the mechanic is bad. The Gearbox can be sold to other people for way, way, way more than that. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you've watched my How Not to Play Islands video, then I did a rap battle between the baker and the banker with like the text-to-speech thing, and it was kind of cringy. I might do that with the mechanic, because the mechanic is bad. Like, he literally wants to buy it for 30,000 coins. Imagine selling it to the mechanic. I can guarantee that something in the next update is going to have something to do with the Gearbox, though, unless if the Gearbox is lying to me, because it says multi-purpose mechanical Gearbox. So that means it's going to have many purposes, which means, again, like I said earlier, it might be something you can attach to drills and all of the other factory stuff. That's new to make it go faster. So here's my very epic advice. I recommend that you should get all of the parts that you need to craft things, like get the copper bolt, copper rod, and copper plate, and also get the steel rod, steel bolt, and steel plate. You should keep all of those parts. Don't craft the Gearbox with them, because we still don't know if it's going to actually do something. If it turns out that it does do something next update, and it's actually useful, then yes, you can always create it during that time, but if it's useless, you're just going to have wasted your parts on something that can only be sold for 30,000 coins. Of course, you can still trade it off to other people and get a lot of coins, but it's better just to keep your parts. Instead of making the Gearboxes, you should try to make copper presses and sell them to profit, because you can make a lot more off of selling a whole bunch of copper presses. So if you're trying to just trade, then I recommend don't make the gearbox, make the copper press. If you're trying to get something useful, again, don't make the gearbox, save your materials to part 2 of the update to see if it does something. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the gearbox will be used for? Like I said earlier, I think it's going to be used to make the new factory stuff go faster, but make sure to subscribe with notifications on for daily Islands videos, like the video, join the Discord server and Roblox group link in the description for trading and talking about Roblox Islands, and follow my Twitter at Telanthric. I'm trying to hit 2,000 followers there, and 200k subscribers on YouTube, but I'll see you all in the next video. Bye YouTube!